we've placed the mind as the master and the intuition as the servant, seeking signs and synchronicities to support the mind, the master's ideas, direction, beliefs. That's a role reversal. We've got to flip the script back to source code. Hello, I'm Zaia. Welcome to the September 2022 Oracle Report. The main image, the first image I get when I tune into the energy of September is a zippering up. This means a lot of things are clicking in and clicking out. We're zippering up our structures, our foundations, our relationships, the relationship we have with ourselves. There's things in our life that are zippering in, that are coming together, that are cohesively clicking in to create a strong foundation. So that means if you're zippered up somewhere else into something that no longer resonates with you, you're gonna pull out of that and zipper in somewhere else. So depending on how in alignment you currently are with your heart, with your soul, with your intuitive guidance, the more seamless it will be as things just zipper in for you, as things click into place. And this is really related to relationships and foundations. Relationships in love, in family, in business, with clients, relating in general, and not just any relationship, but foundational relationships. Your core inner circle, your family, your core business team. Even your relationship with yourself, with your higher self, with your intuitive guidance, these relationships are really either clicking in new or deepening. So that's a big part of this zippering up is relationships. Now with structures, it's also like business structures, communication structures. I'm hearing strategic plans, but not strategic plans in a way of like, let's mentally, logically figure out a plan. More in the sense of, I have these pieces sitting here and I'm starting to see how they all can fit in together. I've harnessed this tool and this gift and this ability and this resource. You just kind of have this tool belt. Then it's almost like you kind of look up and realize, those all kind of fit in together and zipper in like this, and it creates this strong foundation. And that might be qualities within a relationship. That might be, we kind of go on date night every now and then, or we do this, or we have a morning practice together, and we have our solo time for self-care. It's like these little things that you've either practiced or you've been doing or something that are all zippering in to create like a really good foundation for you. I'm seeing this with like rituals and daily practices in your personal life, in your relationship, in your business. So again, it's this big zippering up, clicking into place with relationships to people, places, and things. We talked about love, we talked about business. What about locations or events or habits? You might have a relationship with a certain habit, and that is zippering you into a timeline that is like not where you're going. Your highest timeline is right here. But if you're still plugged into something over here, like a habit that isn't serving you anymore, or a relationship that's holding you back in some way, or keeping you looping in old patterns that you're like, it's just not necessary anymore. Anywhere you're plugged in or zippered into something that's not aligned, you're gonna click out of it so that you can click in somewhere else. But that could feel abrupt, potentially. Things might drop in and drop out overnight. That also means that you might make big change really quickly. I am suddenly getting a one-way flight to Italy. I don't know what or when or coming back, but like I'm going. There's a shift happening. There's something for me there. It feels like movement in September, movement to click in deeper. I'm also seeing September very strongly tied to November. What is zippering up now? What's clicking out? What's clicking in? The structures that are really solidifying right now in all areas of your life are providing a foundation for a lot to land by November. Depending on where you are in this zippering up and clicking into place, you might be in a period of clicking out, things clicking in, things coming together, things shifting and rearranging, but like really coming into alignment. And you might also be in a little bit of a void space. Mission instructions are starting to drop in September through November, meaning, okay, I have this system in place. I have this communication strategy. I have this business platform set up. I have my core relationships really solid. What do I do with this? What is the action item to move forward? That is your mission instructions. That will be dropping in from September to November. Things are coming together, y'all. It's really exciting. It's a really exciting time. Like big picture things that you've had in your mind for a really long time are clicking into place. I'm hearing to really take care of your body. If you are exhausted for a couple of days and can do literally nothing but sleep and rest and self-care, do that. There's bodily internal structures that are solidifying as well. So as things click out, as old energy is released from our system, old emotions, old beliefs, old patterns, old like neural networks, belief patterns, thought forms, the way that we once reacted to something, as our internal structures clear up and click in, that can cause some physical symptoms as well. So just really pay attention to your body. All in all, this is a very positive energy. For some people, it might feel chaotic and fast. For other people, it might be, oh my God, I wake up and I realize like everything is in place, right? When did that happen? How did that happen? It's because you're already sitting on the puzzle pieces that are effortlessly zippering in together. As far as love and sacred union relationships, this is a big month for that. Let's do a message for the people in partnership first. If you are in partnership, you will notice your shit come up for the clicking out and or in the process of deepening to your next level, like really deepening in your commitment to each other, your ability to relate to each other, your ability to work together as a team and really harness your unique abilities and skills as complementary to each other. There's a big deepening and strengthening of the foundation for current partnerships, current unions. Now, if your current partnership is not aligned with your sacred union timeline, with what you're ultimately here to do and be in partnership, aligned with your soul mission, it's gonna click out and shit's gonna hit the fan. That doesn't mean if shit is hitting the fan that you're in the wrong relationship. That means that there's a big purging for you to click in deeper. Or it's just not aligned and it'll be made very obvious. So trust your intuition and listen to that. For those who are single and ready for partnership, ready for sacred union and calling that in, the message is to be so laser focused on your mission, your soul mission, who you came here to be, the soul signature that you came here to emanate and radiate, your unique perspective and voice and expression and gifts and talents and interests and hobbies. Stay laser focused on that, because the way to click in with your sacred union partner is on your mission timeline. So if you are on mission and in full alignment, it's gonna click in. It's like your paths cross at a certain point. Your mission timeline, the other person's mission timeline, they cross at a point and y'all meet there. But if you are on mission and the other person is not, and they're still going through this zippering in, zippering out, clicking out of things to be on that timeline, that's what's happening right now. So the best thing you can do, not only for yourself, but also for your partner that is preparing for you, y'all are preparing for each other, is to hold the frequency of your highest timeline, of your truth, of your essence, of your heart, of your vision, of your mission. If you are not on mission, really look at that, because it's not just about your mission, it plays into all areas of your life. Because on your highest timeline is where your partnership is where the wealth and abundance is where the fulfillment is where your impact is. If you're walking into a room like, ooh, is he here? Oh, I wonder who's gonna be at that. Maybe I should go because somebody might be there. But actually, like, I really wanna record this video for my next program, or actually I really wanna like sit with this client that I have, or whatever it is. Like, let your mission lead you. Let your mission lead you. If you're doing things out of should, because, oh, maybe he'll be there, or oh, maybe she'll be introduced through a friend if I go to this thing. Like, if you are called to go there, go. If it is a should, don't, because should is not your highest timeline. Your intuition will tell you who, what, when, where, in order to take that inspired action. Don't let the shoulds confuse you. Stay on mission, because you're doing both yourself and your partner a favor. You are staying on your timeline and really anchoring that, which is where your partner can meet you. Also, you're holding the frequency of your union timeline, because your mission timeline is aligned with your union timeline. So you holding that and holding that frequency and staying on your path will hold that vibration for your partner to be able to click into, to come into harmony with that. So you're doing both of you a favor. That's the biggest message for singles right now who are calling in partnership. And I just feel like it's gonna come out of nowhere. It's already in your field, you're really close to each other, and there's just some energetic, like, frequency tweaks for you to click in. So just let that happen. Be ready for surprises. Be ready for surprises. Oh, okay, there's 2 core wounds that are coming up to heal right now that are very relevant for partnerships clicking in and deepening. For the feminine in all of us, regardless of gender or sexual orientation, for the feminine, the core wound that's coming up to be healed and reconciled and rewritten is the disconnect from her intuition, the distrust of her intuition. When that connection was severed, and it's been severed for a while, most recently we can see the Salem witch trials, when being in touch with your intuitive nature, your inherently feminine nature, was literally punishable by death. So there's a deep wound there where we've kind of learned or been conditioned to not trust our intuition, to not rely on it, to not follow it, and we've placed the mind as the master and the intuition as the servant, seeking signs and synchronicities to support the mind, the master's ideas, direction, construct, beliefs. And that's a role reversal. We've got to flip the script back to source code. Our intuitive technology is the leader, is the master. Our intuitive faculties have access to far more information than the mind does. We've got to recast roles in our life so that our intuition is the master and the mind is the humble servant. So if you have a gut feeling or your intuition is pulling you in one direction, you allow the mind to serve that intuitive vision, to serve that intuitive pull, to figure out the steps to take and how to tangibly take them to fulfill what intuition is guiding you towards. That's what's coming up for the feminine in all of us right now. For the masculine, he's really facing his disconnect from his primal nature, his animal nature, his primal animal body. That is where there's a lot of shame and guilt and violence held on top of his core primal nature, because his primal nature has been disconnected from his heart. Think about as recent as men going to war. What was very helpful for them to disconnect their animal body, their kill, fight, primal nature from the heart, because they needed to in order for survival. It served them at that time. However, we have generationally passed down this unhealed trauma, this unhealed PTSD, this heart primal body disconnection, to where we're living in a world where most men, and I'm saying men right now, but it's also the collective masculine energy, it's both, where they're disconnected from their heart and they distrust their primal nature because it has led to a lot of abuse and pain and hurt, both that they have received abuse and they have unconsciously perpetuated abuse. So they're seeing that when it comes to deepening intimacy, when they access their sexual energy, their primal energy, and their heart starts to open, that disconnect becomes very obvious, and oftentimes they go into a trauma response. So when you're getting really intimate with somebody or deepening in connection, there's a move up to the head, disconnect from the lower parts, disconnect from the heart, and it's this almost like freeze or retreat nervous system response, because the energy that's been caked on top of their pure passion, their ability to kill for the sake of love, their ability to harness their animal nature has been severed because it wasn't expressed through the heart. It was expressed disconnected from the heart. And the primal nature disconnected from the heart manifests in abusive ways. Both that they've felt abuse and they've perpetuated it. So what they're seeing right now is, oh, I really want to trust my primal nature. I want to trust that deep, animalistic, primal, sexual, ready to hunt and kill for love, for the highest good of all, to be in pure integrity. They're seeing where they're disconnected from that, and they're having to reconcile with suppressed shame, anger, guilt, violence. That's what's coming up in the collective masculine energy right now. So both masculine and feminine are facing deep core wounds of disconnect from something that is inherent within their nature. The feminine is their intuition, the masculine is their primal animal body. Now, we both have both, but this is specifically what I'm seeing right now and through November. And these are big energies and big healing that has to do with this zippering in. So let yourself go there. Let yourself really get into somatics, breath work, physical movement, to access those parts in ourselves that we've built defenses around, and really let that come up to heal so that we can continue to shed and zipper in. Anything else on that? It's so interesting. I'm seeing like a whirlwind, almost like a tornado. But then in the middle of the tornado is this strong center line of energy, like this anchor. And so depending on where you are in your journey, you might feel like you're on the outside of the tornado, just like spinning and spiraling and clicking out and clicking in, and lots of movement happening. That's okay, trust it. It's kind of spinning out to help you anchor in the center. Or if you've really been highly aligned and really in alignment, body, mind, and soul within yourself, and aligned with your mission and your purpose and your truth, then you're probably going to feel this very anchored, solid, things clicking in. Oh my gosh, miracles happening. It's a big energy right now. It's an exciting energy right now. So let yourself connect to yourself and really nurture the relationship you have with yourself, with your heart, with your intuition, with your primal nature, and let that reorganize energy in your system and reorient you to be even more solid in your soul's highest path, your highest timeline, your mission timeline. Anything else on that? Nope, that's it. Thank you for listening. Let me know if this resonates, how this is showing up for you. Like, subscribe, don't miss a video, share with somebody that you love if this resonates, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, bye.